Between which two consecutive whole numbers does root 8 lie? Fill out the sentence below to justify your answer and to use your mouse to drag root 8 to an approximately correct location on the number line. So step one, let's take a look at the number line. It goes from 0 through 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take all these numbers and square it to find out their approximate root. So if I do 1 squared, which is 1 times 1, that's going to give me 1. And 2 squared, well, that's 2 times 2. That's going to give me 4. And I'm just going to fill out the rest of the number line. Again, taking each number below and simply squaring it. All right, so now that we have the number line, and again, I would really use this. This is going to help you visualize where the number should lie. So the numbers on the top are the roots, and underneath are their square roots. In other words, I get 10 because 10 multiplied by 10 would give me root 100. So the square root of 100 is 10, the square root of 81 is 9, the square root of 64 is 8, etc. Now that we have that, we're just going to go ahead and drag this number. So let's see, 8 does not belong between root 1 and root 4, so I'm going to move it over here. And it looks like I found a spot because root 8 is larger than 4, but root 8 is less than root 9. So this is kind of where we're going to focus right here. Once we find an appropriate spot, now this doesn't mean it's in the middle of root 8 and root 9, that just means it's between. So I want to focus on these numbers right here. So the square root of 4 is 2. Then after that, we have the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm going to put the square root of 9 is 3. And then we'll just simply go ahead and draw our conclusion. It is known that the square root of 8 is between, let's see, the smaller number was 2 and the larger number was 3. Submit the answer. And before you move on to the next question, this is what I want you to write on your sheet of paper as far as appropriate work. All right, let's go on. Let's try a different number. I'm going to pause the video and recreate the number line, but you should have yours from the prior video. Okay, so now that my number line is done. Okay, so I do also want to go ahead and emphasize this right here. These numbers that we listed on the top, 100, 81, 64, these are called perfect squares. And perfect squares are numbers that will simplify just to an integer. So again, notice that all of this, 36 is going to turn to 6, just an integer. Square root of 9 is going to be 3. All right, so now we've got root 59, obviously a lot bigger. So 59 looks like it's going to fit right here. The root of 59 is bigger than the root of 49. And the root of 59 is less than 64. So we found our spot. So hopefully you find this helpful. So I'm going to focus on this number here. So the square root of 49 is 7. And the square root of 64 is 8. It is known that the root 59 is between 7 and 8. We don't know exactly where, but it's between those two whole numbers. And that's pretty much it. Again, my suggestion would be to draw your number line, and that's it. Oh, and lastly, again, as far as appropriate work, don't forget to write this down on your sheet of paper and box it. Get into the habit of boxing it. Thanks for watching.